Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to Near Disney. It's the Wednesday show where a panel of local real estate experts as well as Disney enthusiasts get together to have a chat about what's going on with the real estate market and all things that are happening within a 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle. Right, the theme song behind us. I guess we can introduce ourselves and welcome to introduce yourself in the chat. Always feel free to say
Mhm.
hi or pop in with any questions you have, even if it's off topic to whatever we happen to be talking about. It's just all about viewer engagement here, and we do this for you. So I'm
That's right.
Elijah Lewis with Florida in Motion Realty. They call me the Prince of Real Estate here on Near Disney. You can't just, of
And
course.
yes, and you are the Prince of Real Estate. I am Sue Kopdieff, also with Florida in Motion Realty, and they call me Aurora, who is actually Sleeping Beauty. So we welcome you tonight. Thanks for joining us.
Awesome. So, yes, I am super excited to jump into the topics here. We have,
Mhm.
we're going to start off with just things, keep things light with some topical Disney news. The 2026 Epcot Food and Wine Festival is not just going to start soon, but the concert lineup has also been announced. Basically, the Eat
Eh.
to the Beat concert schedule at Epcot is here. Basically, there's going to be some fan favorites as well as some new ones here. Epcot at Walt Disney World rotates through 5 unique festivals each year, and as the fall draws near, so does our next one here for the food and wine. So basically, they finally let us know who's going to be performing and when. And let's see, I'm just going to scroll down. The Food and Wine Festival takes place from August 27th to November 21st. So it actually goes on for quite a while. It's just not something that you can, blink and you'll miss it, which is awesome because they have amazing lineups of food served with their limited time menu items. Uh, but basically, the International Food and Wine Festival's activities are free to enjoy, and all of them take place during the regular operating hours. It's not like a separately ticketed event. So
Right.
these include the Eat to the Beat concert, of course, and the outdoor American Gardens Amphitheater in World Showcases. So basically, we've got pop, R&B, rock, Christian, and alternative rock. So they're going to open things up on August 27th with Evolution Motown. And then we got
Ooh.
the 28th to the 31st. So some of these people are multiple nights. So 3 nights of Hanson. Remember the Bop song?
Oh my goodness.
Motown come back, Yellow Card, Fly Guys. I was about to say Five Guys, but no, that's who took over the Burger King at City Walk
City
and
Walk, yeah.
Universal's that is getting replaced with Five Guys. We reported on that. And they mark like what's new here. I imagine that's like they've not performed at this venue or this festival yet. Fits in the Tantrums. I actually know them. That's fun. They're kind of like a more also kind of R&B or Motown inspired like alternative group. Mercy Me is the Christian group they were talking about. Element, Newfound
Very
Glory,
good.
Smash Mouth. That's interesting for September
Oh
30th
my gosh.
because
How
the lead
fun.
the lead singer just passed away like in this last
Yeah.
year. So I guess they're gonna keep bringing it forward. So okay, that's cool. I mean, it's kind of like the Doors did for
Mhm.
uh, the Fray, Starship. I actually saw a Starship perform at Epcot. We built the city on rock and roll, people. Bowling
Yeah.
for Soup, Boys to Men. Oh, Kim Hawk can tell you an awesome story about Boys to Men, back when she had a musical background before she got into real estate. Uh, and the Beach Boys are going to be based, and then the Hooligans are going to be who's closing this out. So hey, lots. Yeah, if you want to go to the Epcot website, of course, they'll give you, the full, you can mark the date for all those calendar events. And then the actual menu for the Food and Wine Festival will be available as well. It's like all the different countries that, you walk around the world in one afternoon, basically, with all the countries that are in Epcot. And they just have these little stands with the cuisines that you can get for just a splice of these various foods. So dozens of limited food time gatherings. Oh, and they all look like just so delicious. I always bring like a big, like
Yes.
just wad of cash, like have like one or $200 and just splurge, just spend just $5 yourself into a feast, because that's how you do it. I would, with your,
Yeah, you can get like a 7-course meal,
oh yeah, you can do like a 20-course meal.
food and drink.
Street food. Yeah, and they're all, yeah, themed with stuff that, hey, you would not get anywhere else. So that's cool. And of course, also just a reminder, we talked about it an earlier week show, but Orlando's Magical Dining is back, presented by Orlando Health. And of course, 180 restaurants are participating with 3-course menu options that can give you a kind of special prices to get into these places. And then that's going to start up on August 14th to September 30th. So magicaldining.com, just scroll through those 180 restaurants participating this season. Some are even in Disney properties, like get into Disney Springs and stuff. So don't forget about Magical Dining. It's a great budget priced fine dining dates. And it's not even all fine dining.
Fun dining.
Fun dining. Oh yeah, that's
It's all
right.
fun dining.
It's all fun. That's right. It's really the conversations and the company that's the most magical when you, and the
Yes.
food's just an excuse to have that evening. So you found up this article, Sue, that was just about the main reasons people are moving to Central Florida right now.
Yeah, so let's go over some of these, see if any of them ring a bell for you, whether you are already here in Florida or if you are considering a move into our beautiful state. So the number one is Wallet Hub, and I think we reported on this not too long ago. Wallet Hub stated that Orlando is the number one place for retirement. And I want to make sure to point out that we don't just have retired people here. We have all ages. We have all age communities. We have young kids all the way up to people over 100. we have young adults with Elijah, middle age. We've got them all. So, and then the other thing that, a lot of people look for when they are retiring, and then also I think when they're thinking about starting a family, is UCF has the nation's, which is University of Central Florida, has the nation's number one hospitality and tourism program. So that is something to think about, because if you are in that type of business, hospitality, or you've wanted to pursue that, if you have a really great personality and you like being around people, that's definitely one way to make your career work for you versus you work for your career. Lakeland is actually America's fastest growing boomtown. That's number 3 on this list. And it's actually pretty central between Orlando and Tampa. And it's been attracting not just new residents, but employers and investment at really a good level. So Lakeland is becoming more and more known when people talk about Central Florida. Winter Garden is one of Florida's best suburbs. I did see a few articles that said that Winter Garden is the number one suburb to retire to, or to move to in the entire country. So maybe that's with everything involved, not just how beautiful Winter Garden is and everything it has to offer, but, housing prices and, job vicinity to jobs and, dining for sure, and shopping, absolutely. Number 5, Claremont is one of Florida's Central Florida's hottest cities. And so coming from California, I love it when I see things that say rolling hills and beautiful lakes, because we have a lot of beautiful lakes, incredibly gorgeous lakes and springs as well. We don't have a lot of rolling hills, but in the Claremont Winter Garden area, in Mineola, for say, there are some really beautiful hills, and you can find a house or a piece of property to buy and build your own house on some hills that have some pretty amazing views. So, and then number 6, I think this is probably one that everybody already knows. Orlando is the theme park capital of the world. We pretty much have it all. So if any of this looks like it's calling your name, and you are in a, you're in a different part of Florida and you want to head to Central Florida, or you're out of the state and this has really been, like you can't stop thinking about it. So give one of us a call, send us a text, and we would love to, get you rolling on a path that is going to get you to homeownership and being happy in Florida.
Yeah, and if you're watching us, we hope you consider subscribing, because we do cover
Mhm.
like, these areas. Like here we are with our Claremont video where we broke down the on Near Disney the benefits of the community and kind of just tore people through what's so cool about it. We did the same thing with Winter Garden on this list as well. There's Plant Street right there. So just, yeah, happy to, if you to have you as a subscriber. We love to go into, even send out some of our fun people on the team into the theme parks to check out some of the biggest new rides and attraction. The Bellavati brothers have been good about that. So this is
Mhm.
stop shop for getting all that coverage on the best places to live. And I think we'll take this opportunity to show you some of the listings that are available. We have some hot listings in multiple areas of Central Florida that we're happy to present to you. In fact, Celebration, Florida, the town that was built by Disney, we have something special in the North Village neighborhood
Yeah.
of that town that just hit the market yesterday, and it has all the boxes checked. Primary bedroom on the first floor, pool home, one of those garage apartments over a 3-car garage, and of course I'm just going to let 205 North Village speak for itself, and then we'll regroup at the end. I'll share a little bit more with you. Lovely.
That is the cutest house.
Well, thank you. We're so happy to be able
Love
to
that one.
list it. Just came on the market. That's 205 North Village Street in Celebration, Florida. 5 beds, which includes that garage apartment over a 3-car garage 4.5 baths. So that was the list price is 1,230,000 for a pool home that's high in demand right now. We're still in the thick of summer, and it's going to feel like the
Mhm.
Sunshine State for months to come. So yeah, if that looks like it has potential for you or anyone who you know, please get in touch with us. It's got a roof that's been replaced in 2021. Lots of the things that you love to hear as far as just moving in and feeling like it's ready to go. But I also want to give you the chance to talk about a different neighborhood in Central Florida with a listing that you have that's also very beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I have a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home that is a single level, beautifully laid out with an incredible pool oasis backyard. And it is in Four Seasons Orlando, which is a 55 plus community. So if you want to go ahead and play that video, that would be awesome.
I'm on it.
So one disclaimer I want to point out on that house, that was, we actually did photos and video before the family moved out because they were anxious to get it on the market and they really wanted everyone to see all the rooms and see what they could be. And so we do have another video that is, it's almost like a different house because they streamlined it, they staged it. A lot of the artwork, the wife of the couple that live there. She is a Disney artist, a sculptor, and a painter, Disney licensed artist. And so they took a lot of that stuff with them. And but however, most of the furniture that you saw is currently being offered. We're offering if we get a strong offer that goes to closing, all of the furniture in the house, now not the artwork, but all of the furniture will go with the house. It is over $90,000 worth of furniture. And so you could literally go to the closing table with your suitcase, or in my case, it would be 3 or 4 suitcases, and sign your paperwork and literally move in and start living that Florida dream right away. So it is listed for $982,000. And it is 2,562 square feet. Again, it's 4 beds and 3 baths. And it is, they spared no expense. It is just a beautiful, beautiful home. So give me a call, send me a text if this is something that you might be interested in, or if you know somebody, spread the word. What is it? Word of mouth. This is kind of the best advertising that there is. So.
That's right. Well, yeah, that was a beautiful home for sure. And glad to see that there's chances to live like that near in Central Florida, and of course, all on one floor. That is such a huge selling point with the pool home, and it was fun to see all the magic of it was cool that you saw all the art, and then it was like there's the studio where it happens, and besides
Yes.
that, those recreational spaces and can just be used for whatever you want when it's your home.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's actually a next generation suite. And so she had set it up with, she'd covered the floor to make sure it was totally protected. And she was doing the painting on one side and the sculpting on the other, because it's a 2 room plus a bathroom little suite that closes off. So that's, so you can use it. I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can use that extra space for sure.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's why our phone numbers are here.
Mhm.
Multiple neighborhoods all around Central Florida, within 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle. We'll get in touch. We'll find you a great Cinderella's glass slipper fit.
Yes.
And just kind of want to bring up as well this article I saw that just dropped. It says back to school season, how it affects the housing market. So I did get asked some questions this week about this, from buyers and from sellers. As we're getting into August, in the next few weeks, various schools are going to be launching, and basically every year the back to school season makes families start to think differently about where they live, considering school districts, commute times, and neighborhood safety, and basically understanding that back to school real estate trends might give you a powerful advantage as a buyer if you're getting into the market now, or as a seller if you were wanting to list your home in the springtime or the just the start of the summer, to just sort of just get that perfect sweet spot. There's always a buyer, there's always it's always a good time to
Mhm.
sell, but that's basically as close to timing the market as you can get with housing. So basically, most buyers don't realize how much back to school affects the market. Basically, with school aged children, you typically want to get in ahead of the new school year. That's a no brainer. And maybe at the start in the spring and summer seasons, sellers kind of price their homes in a way that feeds into that, frantic desperation to want to get settled and get established with a school district. But once August arrives, which it has, the competing buyers maybe just have a little bit of their favor. And that's the thing about covering, when we're transaction brokers or where we cover both. One side's good news is another side's not so good news, and we love to bring everybody good news in their time. So if you're a buyer, now might be a good time, especially if you don't necessarily have to worry about kids as being part of your family unit for your purchase, and you just want that house, and maybe just think about them visiting, or you got grown kids. So basically, the late summer window, it creates opportunity for sellers growing more eager to close, and so
Mhm.
basically that's just something that we want to bring your attention to. The So if you have, now's a good time, check the market on us again, or maybe like even revisit the home with the seller who was turned down your first offer those months ago. Or maybe suddenly now
Mhm.
the shoes might change, or maybe you will get a chance to negotiate more, because
That's
I
right.
did find this article from Listing Reports here that they posted on Instagram that says, "What can buyers negotiate during a home purchase?" And so these are the things that maybe when it's a seller's market, they fold their arms and just say, like, "We know what we've got. We're not going to bend or do anything." But basically, seller concessions are and always will be a part of real estate negotiations. And when the buyer friendly markets spring up, kind of like right now, especially when those interest rates didn't drop. So maybe there's not as much of a frenzy to be all the buyers at each other's throats. You know, uh, so basically, closing costs is one, especially if you're that putting money toward the interest rate, buying it down, or just taking care of those, closing costs. You can ask a seller. I think they can contribute up to 3% in most cases. When you buy a more expensive place, 3% is a lot. Closing timeline, negotiate a date that works for both parties. So yeah, sometimes a seller, just for whatever reason, they just can't close immediately, and they need, like, I was just dealing with something where there was a tenant in place in the home who was a good friend of them, and then they needed to be able to have the closing happen in December. And if you're a buyer who's trying to buy right now for the school year, well, maybe December doesn't really work for you. And so if you're the buyer who can be flexible about closing, maybe just pay month to month with the buyers. Of, like, if you just sold your home or something, you could work something out to just accommodate the seller timeline. Or the seller just
Mhm.
sitting a while and they want to move fast. That 2 week cash offer, tends to be the 60-day financing offer that they sent with the nice letter with the picture of their family, explaining how much they appreciate the opportunity to buy the home,
Yes.
which we do recommend doing that. And sometimes it works, and sometimes you're
Mhm.
trying to buy from Scrooge, who's not going to love your nice letter that you wrote to them. But hey, it's always worth a try. Personal property, items like appliances or furniture can be included in the sale. Yeah, if there's something you want, or if there's something that you're willing to take that the seller doesn't want to deal with, like a big old pool table or something, like, those
Mm.
things can be expensive to move or take apart, or they just don't know what to do with them. So if you can say, like, hey, I won't make you move that, it can be actually kind of a help in the negotiation.
Mhm.
Home repairs, yeah, maybe you can finally start requesting repairs based on stuff found in the inspection report. A lot of times we'll submit as is contract, or we'll get one. And I just like we just got to brief people that as is, there's always going to be something that comes up,
Right.
and then just be prepared. Don't just be stupefied and astonished and shocked brain that something on the inspection report asked to be addressed, even though it was indeed submitted as an as-is contract. It's as is with a right to inspect, which means they've got 7 to 14 days typically to figure out if there was something so scary that came up that they want to pull out of the deal. So that's just maybe uh, if you've got like 3 backup offers, that's a good position to be in, because those backup offers tend to be like more promising about, like, oh, don't worry, we don't even care about the inspection report. We won't ask for anything. We just so happy it came back, to give us
Right.
to buy it. On home warranty, says request a seller pay for a 1-year home warranty. Well, here's the cool thing about working with us on the Kim Hawk team, is that we already kind of gift you a home warranty, um, as a peace of mind gesture. We pay for it. It's a closing gift to you whenever you work with us and you buy a home, because we know sometimes the inspector misses stuff, or we know sometimes there's a
Mhm.
bad bug and some air conditioner stops working, or washer, dryer, whatever, and we just hate for you to be bummed out or have the home leave a sour taste in your mouth after you got done with working with us. So yeah, when you buy with us, we do kind of realize the importance of giving you that home warranty. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, we just got some updates for just things in the Orlando area. It's just kind of some cool news. Sue, you had this update about Advent Health Orlando. What's there to report?
Well, Advent Health, if you're not familiar with them, they are a very well respected and a high on the list desired medical facility that people like to use and go to, not just because of the great care, but because the outcomes are so often more successful for the patients.
Mm,
So, Advent Health Orlando's been named again as for this is the 16th year in a row. It has been named as the best hospital in Orlando. It's also been recognized as a national leader in 4 different clinical specialties. So those 4 specialties are obstetrics and gynecology, diabetes and endocrinology, gastroenterology, and GI surgery, cardiology, heart and vascular surgery, which is, if you have issues with your heart, that is you who have got to know that you're getting the best care you possibly can. And so those were ranked among the top 50 programs in the whole nation. And then another 5 were designated as high performing, and that is their cancer, geriatrics, neurology and neurosurgery, pulmonology and lung surgery, and rehab. So rehab is, again, if anyone's had to do rehab after an accident or after a surgery, you know how invaluable that is. It's just, it can make all the difference in the world as to how well you heal and how far you come back. You know, if you can get to 100% or sometimes even 110, that's just awesome. So it is all the hospitals in Orange, Osceola, which includes the Celebration facility in right there in the middle of Celebration,
Yeah.
Seminole and South Lake counties. And so they also operate under Orlando's Medicare license. That's pretty much the gist of this article. But what I did love was them pointing out that not just the care, but the actual outcome for the patients
Yes.
is they're ranked very high in the positivity of that.
You want it to work when you go to the doctor.
Exactly.
Absolutely. So yeah, good. We're good for the body, and we're good for the soul here too, with this pitch for the Dr. Phillips Center, trying to get a
Mhm.
$4 billion master plan to more than double annual visitors. This is such a beautiful venue for performances. I think they did Broadway, like even Broadway participates with Dr. Phillips sometimes to bring some of their best shows. Like they did a
Mhm.
hugely extravagant like Harry Potter musical, or is it a musical? No, I think it's just a stage show. But
Yeah,
yeah,
stage.
stage show that they could bring that kind of quality to Orlando here. That's awesome. Basically, they're going to try to increase the number of venues at the campus from 9 to 20. I recognize this yellow building here, but it sounds like this red one and this orange one are also coming into play as they're wanting to do more with these venues. So basically, we're trying to increase revenue 71% in the fiscal year to get to 2030. So hey, everything the Dr. Phillips Performing Arts Center does is world class. So and I was just there, saw a concert. So at just not a bad seat in the house,
Mm-mm.
and of course the acoustics are fantastic. So yeah, I would look
Absolutely.
forward to seeing that expand, and even just maybe just a reminder that there are real estate opportunities to live like just right here. This downtown Orlando here, and not just rent in apartments, but even to own condos and own
Mhm.
homes not too far away. Like we know people who live like right here in a condo. We helped them buy in. A woman worked at the Dr. Phillips Art Center, helping to like do stage management, and she could just literally just walk out, like it was like right here, her side door, and just go right in.
Perfect.
So I mean, and that would be even great because parking isn't everyone's favorite part of the process when it comes to the entertainment. So it's just walking this, and there's amazing restaurants and bars, and Lake Eola's like I don't know, vaguely here outside of the like, and just for that's awesome. And even speaking of Lake Eola, they've just announced the fall fiesta in the park. So 55 years as one of Central Florida's longest running traditions, presented by the city of Orlando. Basically, take in the beauty of the season once it starts to cool off, and you want to be outside more and stroll around Lake Eola while browsing hundreds of unique artists, crafters, food booths, and family friendly fun. So
Yes.
yeah, they said like this is ranked like number 14 in the top 200 arts and crafts festivals in the country. So just quite a lot of fun that'll be happening. This is announced now that they're doing it again, and just it's one of those mark your calendars things for the fall at Lake Eola Park, basically November 7th and 8th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So beautiful. Happy to happy to see these awesome things that just give us
Mhm.
always something to do, always something to do in this area. I wanted to go to the Edgar Allan Poe musical thing that Danny Elfman was putting on tour, but I just couldn't find anyone to go with me. So I'm missing out on that this weekend. But that was super.
Oh.
was super fun looking. Like there's just always something. So much. We went to
Always.
the laser light show that they had at the Orlando Science Center. Like cool stuff just always happening. Like I have like set at your TikTok for like third spaces and something, and just there'll be people just recommending you awesome stuff. Dude, back when I lived in Nebraska, there was really none of that. It's a privilege to live here and just be
Yes.
the food and wine festival we talked about, the concerts.
I know. I got to get my calendar out and mark the ones we want to go to. Otherwise, I forget.
Everything we talk about is so much fun and for real.
Yes.
In this stream. So anyway, oh wow, we've already gone way over what we normally do. We try to give you a half hour, and here we are giving you 36 minutes. So bonus show. But anyway, just a reminder, our phone numbers are here. You really can talk to us outside of the comments section and the chat while we do these live streams. Let us know if you got interest in buying or selling, or someone you know needs some information about a community within a 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle. Hey, maybe even just for you, 26 miles. Hit the like button. It helps us out, and subscribe brings this to more people, wider, get us that exposure. So I think we'll throw it over to Kim Hogg, the fairy godmother of real estate, to sign us out. Have a good one.
Good night, everybody.
Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all things that are going around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle, because this is truly a magical place to live.